We've brought you stories in the past about enterprising businesses who are working on super cheap smartphones with the goal of putting a smartphone in people's hands for pretty much the same price as a feature phone. But you don't need to wait till those products launch to make the leap to a smartphone. If you're worried about breaking the bank, then this next story is for you.
The smartphone has revolutionized the way we use phones and has arguably been one of the most influential developments in the world of technology this decade. Up until recently, however, these phones have been geared to a higher market. But as with most technology, the price eventually drops and more affordable versions hit the market. Let's take a look at a few of the leading affordable smartphones that are out there at the moment. The Nokia Lumia 625 is a great phone in this tier. Running Windows Phone 8, the device talks directly to any Windows 8 machine that you're running, as well as any Xbox that's been updated. This means that once you sign in with your Microsoft Live account, you're able to check documents on Office remotely, making sure that PowerPoint is ready for the next presentation, or catch up on games with a fully integrated Xbox Live interface. Being powered by Windows Phone 8 and taking advantage of the Windows ecosystem means that the Lumia 625 becomes more than just an affordable fancy phone. The Nokia Asher 305 is another cheap smartphone alternative, this time with a very cute form factor. It's got a solid build with expandable storage, which means you can slam in as many jams as you need on there. It's got a 5-megapixel camera and only a Whittle 3-inch screen. Although it's a little slow, the app selection limited, and doesn't have the best quality display, it does everything you need it to do, making it a definite option when picking up a cheap smartphone. The Hisense Infinity Prime 1 is one unassuming powerhouse of a phone. Running on Android 4.2 and a quad-core 1.2 GHz processor, this little beast packs a lot of punch in the surprisingly low price range. It even has a dual SIM, dual standby feature, which allows you to house two different numbers on the same phone. For instance, a home number and a work number. It literally is two phones in one. It has a rear camera with 8 megapixels as well as a remarkably large screen, clocking in at 5 inches. Where have they cut back, you may be asking? Well, my personal biggest disappointment with the Infinity Prime 1 is the tiny front-facing camera, only a 0.3 megapixel camera, which kind of sucks for selfies. Samsung have two powerful offerings in this tier, the Samsung Galaxy Trend Plus and the Galaxy Pocket Plus. The Trend Plus is the bigger of the two with a 4-inch screen and a screen resolution of 480 by 800. It has a better camera in comparison to the Pocket Plus, being 5 megapixels to the Pocket Plus's 2 megapixels. Regardless, they're both capable devices, especially if you're sticking to basic social media, emails, texts, and calls. Choosing between the two is merely a choice of what you can afford and what you plan on doing with the devices, i.e. if photos are a big deal to you. For those looking for a competent phone that won't cost you an arm or a leg, there are plenty of options. Soon, having a powerful smartphone will be as ubiquitous as having a normal phone. And this tier of phones is only the beginning.